Hello friends, it's funkyplaybrothers, and please remember to subscribe to our YouTube. And I'm reading He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Tales of Eternia, a Netflix animated series, The Hunt for Mossman. New York Times bestselling author Gregory Mann, Book 1, Chapter 14. Let's start. As Grammy wondered aloud, what exactly danger might smell like, the young dragons flew up a long winding ramp out through the towering front doors. Adam, Crass, and Cringer hurried behind, and the ground below them shook as a furious Grammy stopped at their heels. Out of the balcony, Adam had to squint his eyes, adjusted to the cold, bright light. Soon the source of Cringer's concerns was clear, though. A swarm of 8 Red Legion sky sleds hovered in the distance. Not again, Cringer replied. Friends of yours? Granamir asked. Adam sneered at the sight of the hovercrafts. Each of the sky sleds had 4 laser cannons, glowing with green with havoc. They're members of the Red Legion, sworn to protect Eternos, he explained, but they're being controlled by Skeletor. Well, they're not welcome here, Granamir announced. We can't hurt them, Cringer explained. The soldiers are innocent. They don't know what they're doing. How did they even find us, Crass asked. We flew too close to the city, Adam recalled. They must have tracked us. We faced the dragon, and this is our fault, Granamir. We brought this chaos to your home. We'll take care of it. You for you. A confident smile flashed of his face. Adam extended his sword intoned, by the power of Grayskull. This time Crass didn't feel like waiting for Adam to finish. By the power of Grayskull, she repeated, and now the energy coursed through her helmet and body. Cringer followed next to his power claws, igniting, and then all 3 masters declared, we have the power. Adam rolled his suddenly huge shoulders and tightened into a fighting stance. As He-Man, with a powerful roar, Battlecat leaped into place beside him, and Rami crouched next to the giant armored tiger, powered up and ready to demolish whatever stood in her path. Sky sleds aimed blasts of devastating havoc at the masters. He-Man rapidly swung the sword of power, smashing each of the green laser like blasts back into the cloudless sky. Adam had no intention of knocking the sleds down with his return shot, but the vehicle swerved and regrouped anyway. How do you propose to stop them if we can't hurt them? Granamir asked. The jets at the back of Rami's helm of destruction were spitting out blasts of energy. We could see how she was growing more impatient by the second. Then her eyes widened. She looked back and forth between the Red Legion sky sleds and the dragons. Finally, she smiled. Hey, Granamir, would you mind if I borrowed a few of your kids? Grandkids, actually, the dragon corrected her. Okay, would you mind if I borrowed a few of your grandkids for a game of catch? The dragons were too perplexed to answer, and Rami didn't wait for her to reply anyway. She didn't want for approval from He-Man or Battlecat either. Instead, she blasted her stuff straight to the nearest havoc-powered hovercraft. He-Man watched as a whirling ram-sized ball of energy streaked forward and crashed into the side of the sky sled. For a moment, He-Man panicked as the mind-controlled Red Legion pilot tumbled sideways out of the vehicle. The soldier was plummeting toward the plateau below when one of the dragons swooped down and snatched him by the back of his armor uniform and flew him over to the balcony right. A game of catch, Rami style. Down below, Ram spun to stop on the ice, then turned and prepared to rocket herself to the next vehicle. Fabulous, Granamir shouted. We don't get much entertainment here in the Ice Mountains. Self-imposed exile is so boring. The first dragon dropped the Red Legion soldier onto the balcony. The mind-controlled minion of Scout started to reach for a weapon. Battlecat pounced, digging his claws into the balcony floor and roaring with so much force that the soldier cowered and held up his hands. Not even the power of havoc could convince him to challenge Battlecat. I'll guard the soldiers, He-Man, the tiger decided. You'll help Ram, ma'am. The remaining Sky Sled fired another volley of havoc blasts, but He-Man swatted them away. Then spotted two of the vehicles flying close together. He leaped high into the air, soared down, and grabbed one with each hand. The pilots tried to steer away, but He-Man slammed the two Sky Sleds together. A plume of havoc erupted from the engines, and the soldiers bailed off the sides. Once again, the Dragon soared in before the pilots hit the ground and flew the prisoners over to the Battle Cat. He-Man landed with a crash on his icy plateau above him. Remy was bouncing between Sky Sleds. She took out 4 of them, careering from ship to ship. Now only a single Sky Sled remained, and this final ship was turning toward He-Man, aiming its havoc-fueled cannons right at him. He didn't see the blast soon enough to knock it away, and he barely leaped aside to time to avoid the blow. And yes, he knew it wasn't the pilot's fault. He knew the soldier had havoc on the brain, but he still wanted to teach the soldier a lesson. He crouched ready to hurl himself straight to the Sky Sled when he caught one of the strangest sights he'd ever seen out of the corner of his eye. The enormous aged dragon known as Grandmere the Wise was flying just above the remaining Sky Sled in her huge leathery feet. She held Battle Cat. The tiger was almost as long as she was tall, and the purple glow around that cat suggested that Grandmere was using a bit of sorcery to help with the flight. As the pair approached, Grandmere flung the tiger toward Battle Cat, backflipped, then dropped down on the Sky Sled from behind. Swiping at the clueless pilot hovercraft with the sparkling yellow claws, the Sky Sled spun into several backflips of its own. The pilot was hurled out of his seat. Time enough, it looked like no one was around to grab him. The green-eyed havoc-controlled guard was going to crash. He-Man started to race across the ice, hoping to break the soldier's fall, when the youngest dragon swooped in and snagged him by the ankles. The dragon briefly lost her grip. The soldier screamed as he started to drop again, but she grabbed him once more before he hit the ice. "Sorry, that was an accident," the young dragon replied. As the remaining dragons guarded the captured soldiers for the balcony above, Remy raced back to the meet Battle Cat, He-Man, and Grandmere gloating. She turned to He-Man. "Not that I was keeping score or anything," she began, "but I did beat you by 5-2. I'd say that's less a victory than an annihilation," Grandmere remarked. The one lone soldier on the plateau stumbled to one side, then the other, before dropping to the ice. Battle Cat rushed him. He leaned in close to the fallen pilot, then looked up at his friends. "He merely fainted," the tiger said. "He'll be fine." He-Man turned to the dragon. "What should we do with him and any others, Grandmere?" The ancient sorcerer gazed sympathetically at the fallen soldier. "I suppose they can stay here for now. I'll see if I can find a spell to counter Skeletors and free their minds. While we're on the subject of spells, though, I confess that I was a little out of practice." The dragon turned toward the ice essence. "Wind Raider, I don't exactly recall how to free your ship." The young dragon eagerly volunteered to help, insisting that she had a solution. Without waiting for approval, she flew over to the magically frozen strip and breathed out a gust of bright orange flame. The ice melted instantly. That part was great. The unfortunate piece, she also charred one of the wings. "Duncan going to be furious," He-Man muttered. The dragon winced. "Sorry, I'm still practicing." Battle Cat motioned to the fallen soldier on the ice and the prisoner up on the balcony. "Are you sure we can't help, Grandmere?" he asked. "Go," the dragon replied. "Find your moss man." That is where chapter 14 ends. This is perfect because now they're leaving Grandmere, and now soon I will get to see Moss Man. There are only 25 chapters, and I'm practically halfway through this book already. 10 out of 10, 3 million thumbs up. So, friends, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow us on our social medias, Funky Play Brothers, Funky Play Bros. Support our vlog at cashapp, the $sign Funky Play Brothers. Thanks for watching. Bye.